Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Gerel. Today we're going to be doing a one brand of get ready with me, and I'm going to be using my Mercier products that I have been really enjoying. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. You can also click on a little bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, get on to the video. Alright guys, so the one product that I do not have from Mercier, there's two products. So it is my face primer as well as brows. I do not have any brow products from Mercier, so I am going to do that on the side. But first we're going to be prepping the skin, and these are the products that I'm going to be using. So some of these products were actually sent to me and some I purchased a long time ago. So just to let you know, they did not ask me to do this video or anything like that. No. It's just me wanting to actually use these products in camera, as well as starting a new series of one brand get ready with me. So yeah, this is going to be like super easy, nothing too fancy or anything like that. This is for like my every single day kind of makeup. So let's go ahead and prep the skin because I am talking. So I have been using this oil, and if I've mentioned to you guys in the past, my skin is definitely changing for several reasons. Changing because due to the climate, as well as aging, as well as having a baby and breastfeeding, and so many other things that are actually happening with my skin. So it's actually going into the more drier side. So before I use the oil, I'm going to use this cream. This is a moisturizer by Mercier that they sent, and I wanted to try it because I think it's going to be really nice, since it feels really like jelly, not too heavy for daytime. So yeah, it actually does feel really nice in consistency. Moisturizing, definitely need to prep my skin, and prepping your skin is a must for your makeup to look super nice and smooth. So it felt really nice and jelly in the beginning, but as I am spreading it, a little bit goes a long way. So I think I applied a little bit too much, but it does feel nice. It is actually sinking into my skin really nicely. I was going to use these oils right here that I have been using with my other skincare that I have been trying, but I think that the moisturizer is actually going to be good enough. I don't want to overdo it on putting too many things to prep my skin, because I don't want my foundation to be sliding all over the place. All right, so now that I have my moisturizer, I'm going to just wait a couple of minutes for that to really sink into my face, and I am going to do my brows, and I'll be right back so we can start with the makeup application. All right guys, so I have two foundations. This one right here is like my go-to foundation because I love it so much, especially because it gives you a really nice finish on your skin. And this one is the Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 3N1.5, which is Latte. And this one right here is a tinted moisturizer, and I do have mine in the shade 3W1. This one was sent to me, but I already have purchased it as well. So I am going to mix these two together just because, but you definitely don't have to do that. You can just use one or the other. This one gives you more coverage. This one right here gives you more coverage, and this one it's a little bit lighter on the coverage because once again it is a tinted moisturizer. So I'm just going to do one pump of the Lumiere foundation and a couple of pumps of this one right here. This one also has sunscreen of 30, which is good, and is pretty much like the same tone, which is really good. So I am going to apply mine with a sponge. I just want to give myself a little coverage, not too much, just because it's like super easy on the go kind of look that I'm going for today. So just to let you know. Also, on the moisturizer that I use, it feels really nice and nourishing to your skin. It really I feel like my skin is like super hydrated, which is amazing. The only thing is that it is scented, so if you were wondering whether it was scented or not, it is scented. So if you are sensitive to scented skincare products, definitely stay away from this one. It doesn't linger, but it is very scented as soon as you apply it to your skin. All right, so I do have the Ultra Long Wear Concealer in the shade 3W. So I did purchase this one myself. This is my second time trying this concealer. The first time, it reminded me a lot of the Becca concealer that I love so much for such a long time. It's very lightweight, nothing too much, and very natural on the skin as well. Doesn't feel heavy at all. So this concealer is pretty close to my skin tone. I wish that it was just a tad lighter, just so I can have like a little highlighting effect, but it's okay. Alright guys, so as you can see, the skin is coming along. Alright, so now I'm just going to set a little bit under my eyes, just because I don't want this concealer to crease and I want it to stay in place. I have two powders. This one is the translucent one and this one is in the shade Honey, which we will apply it all over the skin. But I am going to use the regular translucent powder under my eyes, just because it is a little bit more on the brighter side. That's what I like. I like my concealer to be on the brighter side. Of course, you can just use one powder. You don't have to use two powders, but I am going to use the Honey shade on the outer part of my face, just because it is more on the yellow tone and it's really nice. All right, so that was the translucent powder in the center of my face, and I really love, absolutely love. So just in case for any reason you've never tried the Mercier powder, I mean, I don't know where you have been, but it is the best powder ever. It's just something that I have to have on hand on my collection all the time, just because it is so beautiful, absolutely stunning. It really gives you a nice, like, perfecting look, like your pores kind of disappear, and I love that so much. I do use the Honey shade in the outer part of my face, but I use it more with a brush, not so much with a sponge, just to set the rest of my foundation. But before I do that, I'm going to add a little bit of the cream blush. This blush right here, it is so stunning. Like, the first time that I saw it, I was like, okay. But on the skin is so beautiful. So I am going to grab it with a sponge, and I'm just going to dab it on my skin. Is such a like beautiful flush to your skin, nothing too crazy, and it's like the perfect kind of pinky blush, but I don't know, it's just so natural. I love it so much. That is so pretty. I don't know if the camera is picking it up just because it's really light, but in person, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It gives you like a really nice glowy look and a really nice flush to your skin, so it's not too overpowering, just because the shade is just so perfect. All right, so now going into the Honey shade, I'm just going to take a little itty bitty of the powder and add it to my brush. So the reason why I'm actually adding this powder to the rest of my face and setting it is because when I go into the bronzer, I don't want it to hold on to any of the wetness from the foundation. I don't want it to be skipping or pulling any of my foundation. I want my foundation to set in place, and that's why I am adding the powder like this. I'm not actually like moving it around, but more like dabbing it into place to make sure the foundation actually stays in place. All right guys, so now going into the bronzer, this one is in bronze 3. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough for me, but we're gonna try it. But on top of that, I'm going to add the best powder ever in the world that I love so much, that I actually purchased a lighter shade. This one is the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. So this is like a powder that is supposed to go all over your skin, and this one is in the shade 4, but I've been using it as bronzer and it gives you such a nice glow to your skin. I love this so much, like so much. I've been using it non-stop. All right, let's go ahead and start with the bronzer, and I'm going to use the same powder brush that I used. This one is the Morphe R2, and you have some color here, and I'm going to just bronze my face, not contour or anything, just adding a little bit of color so we can have some definition on our skin. Okay, so it's definitely building up, but I think I can go like a shade darker for sure. This one is in 3. Just hiding that double chin that I have lately. All right, now, so going into the Candle Glow powder. This one has like a sheen to it, so if you don't like that and you're more on the matte side, stick to just the bronzer. But if you want a little bit of sheen to your skin, a little bit of more glowness, definitely try this powder because it is so beautiful. So even though I've been adding so many powders, it doesn't feel like I have a lot of powder in my face, which I love. That's why I love this brand so much. It's so pretty. It looks very natural on the skin. Super, super nice. Really like it. All right, guys. So for the powder blush that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the one in Fresco. Once again, very natural to the skin. Not too much color. It's just perfect, especially if you are going to do a little bit more of on the eyes or maybe on your lips. So just adding a little bit of this Fresco shade to the apples of my cheeks and just moving it back. All right, for highlighter, I'm going to be using this one right here, which is the Indiscretion highlighter. Such an amazing highlighter for sure. It's been on my collection for such a long time. They did actually send me one, but I already have it, so I'm going to be using the one that is mine just because it is so pretty. More glow to the skin. I'm just gonna add it to the highest point of my cheeks, and it's very nice and subtle. It's not too metallic, so I'm just adding it to the brow bone and creating that C shape. To the bridge of the nose. So that's it for the skin. Oh my gosh, it's looking, look at that, so nice and healthy and youthful and glowing. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and just do something super simple with the eyes using the Caviar Sticks, and it is in the shade Nude Rose. Let me just swatch it for you guys so you guys can see. And this is the color right here. Super, super nice and beautiful. I also have another one. Let me just swatch both of them. This one, it's more on the taupey side. It is in the shade Moonlight. So that is Moonlight right here. And Nude Rose is right there. Really nice, reflective, metallic kind of shades. So I am going to use the Nude Rose first and see if maybe we can incorporate the Moonlight on our eyes. So let's go ahead and just do that. So these are like super easy to use. You just need to add it, and I would definitely suggest for you to do it one eye at a time because they do dry down, not fast, super fast, but fast. So I'm just gonna take a blending brush, pat it down and blend it up. Just adding a little bit more. And these are like super easy on the go kind of shadows, and they stay in place so good. It is insane. Adding the Moonlight shade to the inner corner just for a little pop. All right guys, as you can see, that was super easy, just adding it to your eyes. All right, so they also sent a mascara that I want to try, so let me just curl my lashes really quickly. All right guys, so here is the brush, and I am going to start applying it from the bottom of my lashes all the way up. I like the way that it's combing it and it's grabbing all the little lashes. All right, so once they are dry, I will curl them one more time. Super gentle though, so you don't pull your lashes out for sure. All right, so they did send a red lip, but I think it's a little too much right now for what I want. So I am going to do something a little bit more on the pinky neutral side. I am going to line my lips with this pencil, which is the shade Hazelnut Tea. So because my lips are a little crooked, I like to overline them just a little bit so I can make them even, or as even as I can. So I am going to be using this lipstick, which is called the Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in the shade Fresh. Was it Fresh? Yes, Fresh. So it's more on the pinky side. Alright, so I'm going to curl my lashes. Alright guys, so yeah, this is the final look right here. I love this type of look because it's very easy, very natural, very glowy skin, not too much on the eyes, very easy, super quick to do for sure. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this one brand get ready with me. This is exactly how I will wear my makeup for like a Sunday, for family together, or a meeting, or even if I was to go to an interview, or you know, through Zoom presentations, stuff like that. So I think that is super pretty and really nice and put together. Like your eyes kind of have a little sparkling, but not too much, and nothing is really too much and too bold or in your face. So yeah guys, the next brand that I'm going to be doing is a Charlotte Tilbury. So if you are interested in seeing another one brand kind of video, please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to my channel just in case you haven't done it. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time, your love, your support. I really do appreciate it. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I will see you next time.